How can you know that your data is protected from eavesdroppers and prying eyes throughout its journey from producer to consumer, both as it passes over the wire and comes to rest in storage? How can you be sure that no one has tampered with your data while it's stored in Kafka? Many workloads have demanding data privacy and data integrity requirements. Corporate policies, industry standards, and national and international regulations may all require you to protect the privacy and integrity of the data you handle, whether it's financial information, healthcare records, or personally identifiable details that can only be stored and applied for very specific use cases. Encryption uses mathematical techniques to scramble the data, so it's meaningless if observed by someone lacking the necessary key to decrypt it, allowing you to determine whether it has been tampered with during its journey through your system. There are two main areas that are crucial to protect from attackers: your network traffic to and from clients, sometimes referred to as data in motion, and the data that is stored in Kafka, referred to as data at rest. Confluent Cloud encrypts your data at rest by default and provides Transport Layer Security, or TLS, 1.2 encryption for your data in motion. In addition to the built-in security features that are offered, Confluent Cloud also provides the ability to bring your own key, or BYOK for data at rest, and secure networking options including VPC or VNet peering, AWS Private Link and Azure Private Link, AWS Transit Gateway, and Google Cloud Private Service Connect. For more information on the available secure networking options, be sure to check out the Confluent Cloud networking course. BYOK addresses three main concerns for companies. It allows for encryption at the storage layer and lets a user revoke access to the key at will, rendering any encrypted data stored in the cloud vendor's drives to be unreadable by them. It also helps secure data in a scenario where a server's drive might be subpoenaed. Without access to the key, the data on the drive would be essentially unreadable. And lastly, it checks a box for security compliance. There are a few industries where BYOK is a must-have, including banking and finance, healthcare, and government. For others, it may be a requirement from their InfoSec team. The bottom line is that BYOK can be a powerful tool for ensuring the security of your data at rest. That said, it's important to keep in mind that BYOK has some limitations and important considerations that need to be made. First, it will still allow access to the data by both Confluent and the cloud platform provider, site reliability engineers, and engineering teams as long as access to the key is granted. It's only after the key authorization is revoked that access is lost. If you need to ensure that neither Confluent nor the cloud provider has access to your data, you'll need to use end-to-end encryption. You can find further information on end-to-end encryption in the Confluent documentation. Second, with BYOK, key management relies on the customer. By implementing it, you're taking some of the responsibility over from our fully managed solution. You'll be responsible for making sure that we have access to the necessary keys, and if we don't, the I/O will fail and the cluster won't function. Third, and this is a big one, should you somehow lose access to your self-managed key, the data is essentially gone too. You'd have better luck inventing a time machine to go back and retrieve your key, as neither Confluent nor the cloud platform provider will be able to help you. Fourth, BYOK can only be implemented when a dedicated cluster is created. If you have a cluster that you want to change over, you'll need to spin up a new one with BYOK implemented and then use the replicator tool to migrate your data. It's a pretty simple operation, but something to keep in mind. Another important note is that BYOK is only available for a dedicated cluster. You won't find the option available on basic or standard clusters. Next up, we don't support manual rotation of the keys. You can set up an automatic key rotation policy for your key management service, and that's fully supported. So that's it at a high level, but there are a few more details that are handy to know. BYOK is going to encrypt all the data that is associated with that cluster. So your tiered storage, KSQL, and all the rest will be encrypted with BYOK. Confluent provides BYOK service at no extra cost. You'll see a small charge for API access to the cloud provider's KMS on your AWC or GPC invoice. At the time of this recording, that costs us somewhere around 3 cents US dollars per 10,000 API calls. As far as performance, we haven't seen any significant reduction in performance with BYOK-enabled clusters. You'll need to make sure that the keys you provide to Confluent Cloud are symmetric. asymmetric keys won't work. Whether you decide to go with the out-of-the-box encryption for your data at rest and data in motion, or need to go down the route of BYOK and one of the more secure networking options, Confluent Cloud has you covered. In the next module, we'll walk you through the exact steps to provision your BYOK cluster.